Good morning, myself Sunanda Birodar. Going to talk on one of the unit in database management system, a very important unit which needs a practical knowledge, that is SQL, structured query language. It has mainly two modules, data definition language and data manipulation language. Data definition language, as in the PPT, is used to allow the specification of schema of each relation. We need to specify attributes, their data types, integrity constraints, authorization, and any other specifications if required. Let us see one of the example of the SQL command, that is very basic command, create table construct. This is used to create a SQL relation. As we can see the syntax here, the command is create table. R is the name of the relation. A1 is the column name or attribute name. Attribute 1 it denotes here. D1 is the data type. A2 is the second attribute. D2 is the data type of that particular attribute. So on, we can include the number of attributes, their respective data types. Even we can include the integrity constraints. We can include a number of integrity constraints. As I explained, R is the name of the relation. AI is an attribute name in the schema of relation R, and DI is the data type of attribute AI, that is for A1, D1 is the data type. We can see an example here, create table. The name of the relation here is branch. Name of the attribute is branch name, whose data type is character type, that takes exactly 15 characters. Then we have another attribute as branch underscore city, which is also a character type, takes a size of 30 characters. And we have another attribute as assets, which is going to hold an integer data type, so suitable data type for that is integer. So we have used some of the data types in this example, like character, integer. What are all the other domain types supported by SQL that we'll have a look. One of them is char of n here, where n is the length of the character or a string that we are going to give. So char is used to give a domain type data type as fixed length character, where the length is fixed as n. And we have one more attribute as varchar, which is again used to take a string as a data type. The one difference between char and varchar is varchar is variable length character string, whereas char is fixed length character string. That means, say if I give varchar 15, I can make its size to be variable between 1 to 15, whereas if it is char of n, I can take that is char of 15, the exact length of the string will be 15 characters only. I cannot make it as 10, 12 or so, right? So it is a variable length characteristics where char stands for. So we have a one more attribute as int, which is used to one more data type as int, which is used to take integer type of data. Again, based on the length of the integer, we have one more data type as small int. Again, it is the length of that is dependent upon the machine type, as we do with the C. We have other data types for holding the numeric values, such as numeric, real, double precision, float, and some more are there, like number, where for example in numeric p comma d, where fixed point number as well as number of decimals, number of digits after decimals, that is the right of the decimal point, can be specified here. For example, if you take numeric 5 comma 3, the total length of that particular number will be 5, and the 3 digits will be taken after the decimal point on the right hand side. Similarly, we can make use of real, double precision, and float as the data types to hold the floating point of type of values. So these are few of the major data types that we can use with the SQL command create table. As we saw, that there is a possibility of specifying the integrity constraints for the relations or the table. So some of them important one we are looking here. One of them is not null. So not null indicates that if we specify this constraints on a particular constraint on a particular attribute, it is not possible to skip that value. For every tuple we need to insert some or the other value. That means it cannot be a null value. You have to enter some value for that particular attribute. We have another constraint as a primary key. Primary key, as we know that it's one of the attribute which is used to uniquely identify the tuples in a table. So how to make use of these two? For the previous example, for the previous query, that what we saw for creation of a table for branch, that is here we can observe that we have made use of these integrity constraints here. That is the first half, that is create table branch, list of the attributes along with their data types, their size. This was common up to char of 30. Then after this I have specified not null as an integrity constraint for the attribute branch city. Similarly, in this table I would like to make the assets attribute as a primary key. This is how I can specify it. Primary key I would like to specify as another constraint on the relation, that is branch name is made as a primary key here. That is here the explanation is given, that is primary key declaration on an attribute automatically ensures not null in SQL 92 onwards, and it is needs to be explicitly stated in SQL 89. I would like to hand over the session for my colleague Suma.
Now, good morning everybody, myself Sumangla Biradar. So now you already know how to create the tables, that is what you call as relation in DBMS. Now after creating the table, now question arises is how to insert the values, that is what you call as the tuples. So now for inserting the tuples here, now once again we'll use the one more command, that is what you call as insert. So now we'll see what is the syntax of this particular command. So syntax is here, that is insert into, and next you give the name of the table, for which table you want to insert. So next you give the one more keyword, that is the values. Next you insert the values within parentheses. For example, if you have created the table, in the table if you are taken as a char or varchar, so those values you have to specify within a quotes. Okay, if it is an integer, then you directly specify the values. See here, a underscore, that is hyphen 9732, this is the one of the variable character, that's why here it is taken within a quotes. So now here one more example, that is 1200, this is the integer, so that's why you are taken directly here. So now this is the procedure for creating the for inserting the values into the table, which one you have created using the create command. So now after insertion, now you may get the deletion of that particular table if you have done any mistakes. So now for that you are using one more command, that is what you call as a delete. So now we'll see what is the syntax of the delete command. So delete command syntax is here, delete from, these are the two keywords you have to use. Next you specify the table name or relation name, which table or relation tuples you want to delete here. Thank you. Now I'll complete my session here. Thank you.